Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NI EVS Home School. I am Shahzadi Akhtar, Assistant Teacher of Science of National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Today, I am going to take a science class for class 8. Our today's topic is Chapter 9, Electric Circuits and Current Electricity. Let's start our class. At first, I want to describe some important definitions of this chapter. Suppose current. What is current? Current, actually the flow of electric current is the flow of electron. It is indicated by I and the unit of current is ampere. Now, what is potential difference? The amount of electrical work that has to be done to carry one unit of charge from one point to another point in an electric field is called potential difference. The unit of potential difference is volt. It is indicated by V. Now, what is resistance? The property of creating obstacle to the flow of current is called resistance. It is indicated by R. The unit of resistance is ohm. Let's see the figure. There are some electric equipment or instruments. This is resistance. It is indicated by R. This is ampere. It is indicated by A. This is cell or battery, and there is key or switch. This is a complete electric circuit. Ammeter, the instrument by which current can be measured directly in ampere is called ammeter. Ammeter is connected to a circuit in series. The symbol of ammeter is A. The first side is positive sign and second side is negative sign. Now, what is voltmeter? The instrument by which potential difference can be measured in volt is called voltmeter. It is connected in parallel. The symbol of voltmeter is V, that is positive, and that is negative side. Now, non-periodic or unidirectional current or direct current. What is direct current? If there is no change in the direction of the flow of current with time, it is called non-periodic or unidirectional current or direct current. Let's see the figure. This is x axis and this is y axis. Y axis will be time and x axis current flow. See, I said if there is no change in the direction of flow of current with time is called direct current. That means this is straight line. There is no change with time in the current. See the figure. Okay. Now, what is alternating current or AC? When the flow of current changes its direction periodically, it is called alternating current or AC. See the figure. The current is changing its direction with time periodically. This is called alternating current or AC. AC used all over the world. For example, generator or dynamo, we get AC, that means alternating current. In Bangladesh, the frequency is used 50 cycle per second, and in USA is used 60 cycle per second. Now, Ohm's law. This is very important topic. George Simon Ohm was invented the relation between voltage and current for a conductor. This is known as Ohm's law. What is the law? At a fixed temperature, the current flowing through a particular conductor is proportional to the voltage difference between the two ends of the conductor. See, if we consider current is I and voltage is V, then we can write I proportional V. That means I equal V by R. Here R is resistance. If see the equation, if current, that means I increases, the volt will increases because they are proportional, and if the current I is increases, the resistance will decreases because they are inversely related. That means current and resistance are inversely related. If current will decrease, resistance will increase. See the figure. In x-axis volt and y-axis current. That means the current, if current is increases, the volt will decreases. Sorry, increases because they are proportional. Okay. Now let's do a problem. There are two lights in Shahid's room. When he switched the light on, there flows 2 ampere currents and voltage difference remains 220 volt. What is the resistance of that circuit? Here electric current I equal 2 ampere from question, and voltage difference V equal 220 volt. We have to find out what is the resistance R. Okay, from Ohm's law we can write I equal to V by R, or R equal V by I, then 220 volt divided by 2. That means resistance is 110 ohm. You have to practice more mathematical problems for these purposes. Okay, now we will discuss electric circuit. What is electric circuit? We will the complete path for the flow of electricity is called electric circuit. It can be closed or opened by a key. When circuit is closed, dear students, listen carefully. When circuit is closed, there is a flow of current. That means when circuit is closed, then there are no resistance. That means current will flow, and when circuit is open, there is no flow of current. That means there is there is resistance. Okay, now electric circuit can be constructed by two ways: series circuit and parallel circuit. Let's see what is series circuit. If in a circuit the resistance, the electric equipment all are connected in such a way that one end of the first is joined to the another end of the first, and so on, the successively connections made a complete circuit is called series circuit. Let's see the figure. There is ammeter. There is first resistance R1, there is second resistance R2, and there is battery or cell. There is key or switch. You have to understand, boys, students, always the negative side of ammeter is will be connected with the negative side of battery, and if we connect the positive side, you have to connect also the positive side of the battery. Okay, and in this series circuit, same current will flow in the components. Okay, now parallel circuit. What is parallel circuit? If a circuit more than one resistance or electric equipment are connected in such a way that one end of each of them are connected, that means one end of each of them are connected to one common end of the battery, or other ends of the all components are connected to the other ends of the battery. This circuit is called parallel circuit. Let's see the figure. There is a battery, first resistance R1, second resistance R1, all are connected this side, all are connected with the negative side of the battery, and these equipments all are connected with the positive side of battery. In the parallel circuit, different current may be flow in the individual components, but the voltage will be the same between the two terminals. Now, from above discussion, one question may arise: between these two circuits, which one is more convenient or advantageous? The answer is parallel circuit is more convenient, because if consider here, if one bulb is fused, if here one bulb is fused, the other bulb will lighted, because currents may be flow from different, but the voltage will be the same, the two terminals. That's why parallel circuit is more convenient for our domestic uses. Now, what is fuse? Fuse is a circuit to avoid accidents. It is a special circuit to avoid accidents. It is connected in series. Different fuses used in different instruments. For example, electric lamp, fan, television, etc. used 5 ampere fused, and electric kettle used 15 ampere. The main fuse of our house may be used 30 or 60 ampere. Now let's question, if we use 10 ampere fuse for television, what will happen then? Then television is used 5 ampere fuse. That means television only 5 ampere current can pass from this fuse, otherwise it will melt and it will break the circuit. That means television, for television we have to use only 5 ampere fuse. So dear students, I have finished my topics today. Hope you have understood properly this topic. Keep practicing at home and stay well. Allah Hafiz.